Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar. Monday is here. That means NBA. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you to go on FanDuel and DraftKings, including some of my favorite value plays, some guys I feel are underpriced. We'll take advantage of some of the injury situations that are out there, and I've got a beast tonight I think is at least $1,000 underpriced in a great matchup. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the Fantasy Bar. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Bears Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Good to be back here in the Fantasy Bar. Hope everybody had a great weekend, enjoyed all the action in the NFL and NBA over the weekend. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar. Before we get to the plays, let's knock out the housekeeping. You guys know the drill by now. If you enjoy the content, take a second, click that thumbs up button. That's the tip jar here on these free videos, so thank you for that. Subscribe to the channel. Don't miss any of the content. We will now be moving to 3 days a week in the NBA. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. NFL six-packs are done for the season, but pints and picks will roll on, where I give you 2 of my favorite NFL bets each and every week. We have hit our last 10 bets on those videos. Go back, check the receipts. So we hope to stay hot on those. Those will continue over the next 2 weekends of NFL action. All right, let's get into it. Not many injuries, but we do have some key spots that we can take advantage of. But let's start at point guard, shooting guard with Jaden Ivey of Detroit. So Cade Cunningham, one of those injuries we can certainly capitalize on here. He is listed as doubtful here for tonight. So this offense going to continue to run through Jaden Ivey, who's been incredible of late with this additional usage and minutes. 36 or more DraftKings points now in 6 straight games, and he's averaging almost 42 DraftKings points over that stretch. Last game out was one of those games against the Bucks, put 36 on the board. Milwaukee has struggled with this spot. 5th most fantasy points allowed to the point guard position. I think Jaden Ivey stays hot here tonight, underpriced over on DraftKings, under 7,000. All right, let's go to shooting guard. Small forward next with Max Struhm of Cleveland. So another spot with major injuries here. Evan Mobley, Darius Garland going to remain on the shelf, but Karis LeVert also listed as questionable here. So if we go to our court IQ tool on RotoGrinders, you take Mobley and Garland off the floor. Struhm sees a near 2.5% usage bump. If you add LeVert to that as well, now we're talking over 4.5% in the usage for Max Struhm in the jump. So tough matchup here, no doubt. And I think recency bias, looking at his game logs, people going to avoid this here. Should help keep him under the radar. But Cleveland going to need some scoring, and this guy can do more than score, can get it done in a variety of ways. That I expect the minutes to take a leap here, especially if LeVert is out. Max Struhm, great value here in the mid-range. All right, up next, let's go to point guard with Coby White of the Bulls. So Zach LaVine back on the sidelines, unfortunately, for Chicago, but all that does gives us more shots, more usage here for Coby White, who gives us a great combination. We talk about it a lot. Guys that can give us a nice cash game floor and a GPP ceiling. He checks both of those boxes. Over the last 9 games, only once under 30 DraftKings points. So that floor, certainly steady and bankable. And the ceiling has been there as well. In 6 of those 9 games, has gone for 42 or more DraftKings points tonight. Draws the Phoenix Suns 7th most fantasy points allowed to the point guard position. Great spot here for Coby White with Zach LaVine on the sidelines. All right, let's get some value next at small forward, power forward with David Rody of Memphis. So you talk about injuries, Memphis takes the cake here, leading the way with tons of injuries here. We know John Morant done for the season. Desmond Bane going to be out a while. Marcus Smart, Derrick Rose, the list goes on and on here. So they're going to be shorthanded. A lot of these guys are going to get a lot of opportunity here. And David Roddy was the guy that really saw his minutes jump up to 32 in that last game, only trailing Jaren Jackson Jr. And I'd expect similar type numbers for him here in the near future with all these injuries that they are dealing with over the course of the season. This guy has shown he can give us some big time upside, has come near 10x multiple times this season. A good matchup here. Toronto, bottom 5 in fantasy points allowed to this position. David Roddy, great value here for the banged up Memphis Grizzlies. All right, let's stay in that game and let's stay with some value at center with Jonte Porter of Toronto. So high risk, high reward here, no doubt, but these are the kind of plays I love to get in my lineups here. Center on FanDuel, I think you'll see low ownership when you can only roster one. A lot of people are going to be excited about spending some money on Joel Embiid, who's big blowout potential in that game. So going center over on FanDuel with a cheap guy can make our lineup a little bit different. We could spend some money in other spots. DraftKings, not as much as you have that utility spot, but I still love Jonte Porter on both sites here. Should continue to see run with Jakob Poeltl on the sidelines once again here tonight. A solid matchup here for him as well. Memphis bottom 10 in fantasy points allowed to the center position. So high risk, high reward, not for everybody here, but I think Jonte Porter has a nice night tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's run it back on our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play. You guys know the drill by now. Take a second, click that thumbs up button, and head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on FanDuel tonight for my Beast of the Night. Whoever's got the closest guess, we're going to give you an absolutely free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Monday night. You know, Matt's Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're not done with that Memphis-Toronto game. We're going to go back to the Memphis side with power forward center Jaren Jackson Jr., tonight's Beast of the Night. So we mentioned the injuries, and it's Jaren Jackson Jr., to no surprise, that sees an absolutely incredible near 10% usage bump with these guys off the floor. This offense has to flow through him, and we have seen that here over the last couple games. 20 or more shot attempts now in 4 of the last 5 games for Triple J, and that has been great production in the box score as well. 42 or more DraftKings points in 5 of his last 6 games. A couple of his games over 50. With the current situation, this guy's probably a 9K player in my opinion. We're getting him under 8K on DraftKings and under 8,500 on FanDuel. Let's take advantage before these prices jump up. Jaren Jackson Jr., easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for Monday night here, talking some NBA. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, as always, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for Jaren Jackson Jr. on FanDuel for your shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. And who is your Beast of the Night? Who's your top play on this Monday night slate? I'd love to hear it. Sound off in that YouTube comment section. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck in the NBA, and we'll be back on Wednesday with another video. Go win some money. See you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist